Hello students, hope you all are keeping good health. I hereby welcome you all to online classes of NESC Skill Center. Myself Anup Kalita, and today we will be discussing on continuation class on carrying out hosting functions from your core module, that is food and beverage service and operations. First of all, let's do a quick revision on what we have learned in our previous class. First of all, we learned who is a host and a hostess desk. The staff in a F&B outlet who is assigned to look after the entrance to the outlet and to handle a phone is called a host. And the desk where the host stands at the entrance of a restaurant or a bar is called a hostess desk. Next was, what are the duties of a host? In an organization, the hosts are expected to welcome a guest, to verify a reservation, escort guests to assigned tables, to unfold napkins, present menu cards, to provide beverage service, to present guest check, and to thank a guest. Next, we had learned why it is important to verify guest reservations. It is very important to verify guest reservations mainly to avoid double booking and to honor special guest requests. Finally, we learned why it is important to keep positive guest relations. It is very important to keep positive guest relation to make them feel happy and delighted so that they can come to our restaurant again and again, which henceforth increase the revenue of an organization. Now let's start with today's lesson. After completion of this lesson, you will be able to describe a full house situation and various ways to handle it using positive guest relation techniques. You will be able to list alternatives offered to guests in a full house situation, and finally, you will be able to describe the procedure to make a reservation for a guest at another outlet from the same establishment. Now, you must be wondering, what is a full house situation? Look at this picture. What you can see, that there is no idle space for any other guest in the restaurant. That means the restaurant is fully occupied by the guest. This is what we call a full house situation. The definition being, a full house situation is when the restaurant is fully booked and there are no more available seats or tables for guests that did not make any reservations. Before starting this slide, let's understand why and when such a situation arises when we need to make a guest understand. For instance, a guest comes to our restaurant late at around 8 to 8:30 p.m. without a prior reservation for celebrating his anniversary, and he finds that the restaurant is full. Then obviously he will feel bad. He will feel like his evening is ruined as he don't have enough time to go to other place for dinner. In such situations, positive guest relation techniques comes into action. Now let's discuss some of the main guest relation techniques. First is, host should be sincere and truthful. That means he should not make any false commitment to the guest. Second is, host should be always helpful. He should not directly refuse the guest Instead, he should recommend him an alternative of dining in another restaurant within the same premises. Last and perhaps the most important technique is to be empathetic. Being empathetic means understanding and sharing the feeling of guest. If you will understand what the guest expects and wants from you, or what is he feeling at the time, then automatically you will be more than happy to give every possible solutions. In this slide, we will be understanding the phraseologies to be used when such a full house situation comes. If a guest finds a full house situation in your restaurant, then you should say, being a host, that my apologies, sir or ma'am, but our restaurant is full at this moment. Would you like to wait? The guest would normally ask how long they would have to wait. If you are not sure, be honest and tell the guest that I am sorry, but I cannot tell you how long you will need to wait. However, you like to leave your name and contact number, and I will call you as soon as the table is available. Again, if the guest is okay and provides you with required details, then you should say, thank you, Mr. or Miss, first name of the guest. I will call you as soon as your table will be ready. If guests don't want to wait or share his or her contact details, then host should give alternate option rather than directly refusing them. As stated in previous slides, he or she, being a host, should say, sir or ma'am, perhaps you would like to try one of our other restaurants. If guest is okay with that, then host should take note of the name, contact number, the number of people in the party, or any special request done by the guest, and make a reservation immediately for them in their desired restaurant and guide them accordingly. Understood what has been taught to you in today's lesson. Apart, you please refer to your textbook Unit 2 for more details, and you can call or WhatsApp me on my given number. Thank you.